Hello guys, once again welcome back to my channel. I am Abhishek Patange and today I am here to review the Nissan Magnate. This is the 3-cylinder 1-liter turbo petrol variant which you are seeing with a 5-speed gearbox, and it produces around 98.63 bhp of max power and 160 Newton meters of max torque. For the base variant, it starts from 4.99 lakhs ex-showroom, and for the top variant, it goes all the way up to 9.98 lakhs ex-showroom. It claims the mileage of 20 kilometers per liter as per ARAI, but in real time, it gives around 14 to 15 kilometers per liter. It competes with all the under 4 meter compact SUVs. In the front, it gets with this huge grille with a Nissan logo on it, and grille is finished in a piano black color. Below that Nissan logo we have front parking camera, and the grille is surrounded with the chrome garnish. This is the skid plate. Ground clearance is 205 mm, and these are the DRLs of the car. They look very sharp. It comes with all LED lights. These are the headlights of the vehicle, and above that we have indicators. Fog lights are kind of hidden. These are the fog lights, and these are also LED. The tire size is 195/60 R16. The alloy size is 16 inches. These are the diamond cut alloys with disc brake up front. Alloy suits the car very well. I liked them very much. Magnet batching over here, and these are the rear viewing mirrors. These are finished in piano black, and below that we have 360 degrees parking camera. Yes, this gets with a 360 degree parking camera. Door handles are finished in chrome with a request sensor on the driver side and on the co-driver side. In the rear tire we get drum brakes. These rear lights are also LEDs, except that indicator, it is a halogen unit. And boldly written magnet batching in the back, and turbo batching also. It doesn't get any fake diffuser, which is a good thing. In the rear it comes with this rain washer and defoggers on the windshield. In the rear it comes with this 4 parking sensors and 1 camera. Let's check out the interior. The locking mechanism is a very eyesore thing to look at, and this is finished in soft touch material with good stitching on it. And the door handle is finished in chrome, and these are the buttons to adjust the rear viewing mirrors. Only on the driver side it gets with a one touch roll up and down on the windows. And this is the seat height adjust. Dead pedal would be a very good touch. This is the speedometer, and the center console supports the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. This is to adjust the steering wheel. It only gets this height adjust. It doesn't come with reach and rig. This is not fully digital. And the interior design, I felt like this is copied from Lamborghini Urus. The Urus also have same shaped AC vents, and these are buttons for heat and parking lights. These buttons have a good tactile feel, and these are different buttons. Controls for AC, and this is a wireless charging pad, and this is the start stop button. It would be really nice if it gets with illuminated light. And this is the gear knob, handbrake, 2 cup holders, and this armrest doesn't open. I am trying to find out how to open it, but it doesn't open. And seats gets this leather finishing with good stitching on it, but the fit finish is poor. Panel gaps are present. In the IRVM it gets with this day and night auto dimming function. I don't know why they are staring me so much. Anyways, this comes with this halogen bulbs in it. This is the mic to attend the calls, and in the rear also it gets with the halogen bulbs in it. And on the co-driver side it doesn't get any hook, only handle to hold. It offers only mirror, there is no light here. Dead pedal would be a very good touch. And this is the steering wheel. On the left we have controls to control the center console. Horn. These are the controls to set the cruise control. Wiper controls. Headlight controls, and these are the buttons to switch on and off the traction and headlight leveler. In the center console it gets this USB charger and a regular charger. It have some space to keep your mobile, and this is the glove box. This is what I was talking about. The fit finish is not so good. It has a problem to open, and there is not much space to keep stuff inside. In the center console it doesn't get any physical controls to adjust the volume. Driver seat is adjusted to my driving position. I am 5'11" foot long, and there is good legroom, but under thigh support is missing. These are the rear AC vents. The quality of plastic looks cheap on this. Soft touch material on the armrest, and in between there is a slight hump here, and this is the armrest. It comes with twin cup holders and a place to keep your mobile, and it only gets with these two headrests which are adjustable. The mirrors are big enough. The cabin feels airy. You don't feel claustrophobic in it. In the rear it gets a hook and the handle on the both sides. So that's it for now. If you are watching my channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.